Hey everyone, did you know that traditional surveying equipment can cost upwards of $20,000? Yeah, it's wild. But today, I'm checking out the SMA26 Plus GNSS receiver from SMA26, which brings RTK GPS surveying down to a fraction of that price while still delivering professional-grade accuracy. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So, what makes this thing stand out? First off, it's a full constellation GNSS receiver, meaning it can pick up signals from GPS, GLONASS, Beidou, and Galileo all at once. That's huge because it gives you way more satellites to lock onto, even in tricky environments like urban canyons or dense forests. I tested it in my backyard, which has a few trees, and it still maintained centimeter-level accuracy without skipping a beat. That's the kind of reliability you need when you're mapping out a construction site or flying a drone for aerial surveys. Another cool feature is the tilt compensation. Most RTK receivers require you to hold them perfectly level, which isn't always practical in the field. But the SMA26 Plus has a built-in tilt sensor that adjusts the measurements automatically, even if you're holding it at a slight angle. I tried it while walking around with the receiver in my hand, and the data stayed consistent. That's a game saver when you're moving quickly between survey points or working on uneven terrain. Now, let's talk about connectivity. This thing supports just about every correction method you can think of: PPP, NTRIP, UHF radio, and Bluetooth. I hooked it up to my drone via Bluetooth, and the integration was seamless. The SMA26 Plus can also connect to your phone or tablet, so you can use it with apps like Drone Deploy or Pix4D for real-time mapping. During a test flight, I was able to stream RTK corrections directly to my drone, and the resulting orthomosaic was spot on. No post-processing drift, which is exactly what you want when you're trying to avoid costly mistakes on a job site. The handheld collector that comes with it is a nice touch too. It's got a bright, sunlight-readable screen and runs on Android, so you can use it with familiar apps like QGIS or AutoCAD. I loaded up a project in QField, and the SMA26 Plus synced perfectly. The collector is also rugged, IP67 rated for water and dust resistance, so it can handle the kind of abuse you'd expect on a construction site or out in the field. I dropped it in a puddle by accident, and it kept working like nothing happened. That's the kind of durability that saves you from buying replacements every time you head out. One thing I really appreciate is how easy it is to set up. Unlike some high-end survey gear that requires a degree in rocket science to configure, the SMA26 Plus walks you through the process with clear on-screen instructions. I had it up and running in under 10 minutes, and that includes connecting to the NTRIP service I use for corrections. The manual is straightforward, too, with plenty of diagrams and troubleshooting tips if you run into issues. Now, no product is perfect, so let's talk about the downsides. The battery life is decent but not outstanding. I got about 6 hours of continuous use on a single charge, which is fine for most surveying jobs, but if you're planning a full day in the field, you might want to bring a spare battery. Also, while the tilt compensation is a great feature, it's not a substitute for proper surveying techniques. If you're doing high-precision work, you'll still want to use a tripod whenever possible to minimize errors. All in all, the SMA26 Plus GNSS receiver is a solid piece of kit for anyone who needs professional-grade surveying without the professional-grade price tag. Whether you're mapping land for construction, flying drones for aerial surveys, or just need reliable GPS data in the field, this thing delivers. It's rugged, accurate, and surprisingly easy to use. If you're curious about the SMA26 Plus, check out the link below. It's a great tool for surveyors, drone pilots, and anyone who needs precise GPS data without breaking the bank.